So I wanted to do a video. Someone asked about cruiser axes and comparing them, and so I thought I'd compare these two. This is a Flint Edge, Kelly Flint Edge, and this is a Collins. And both axes are about the same length, same weight, etc. The only difference is the grind on them. This one here is a little bit thicker grind, comes more of a convex or steeper grind, I should say. And this one here is a little bit thinner edge, and usually this one will cut better and this one will split better, or be an all-around axe. I will take and cut on this log that I'm sitting on a couple of hits with both of them, actually more than a couple. A little explanation on the cruiser axes. Loggers used to use these a lot after they downed a tree, and they'd have one edge really thin and sharp, and that would be for delimbing up on the log itself, and then the other edge would be thicker and more pronounced, maybe not as sharp, and that would be used to get down lower on the branches and even maybe hit in the dirt and not damage it that way. So a lot of cruiser axes were ground that way. These two are ground the same on both edges. Both are really sharp and good comparison. So I thought I would try and show you that and just see which one cut the deepest wedge in this log I'm sitting on. This log looks like it's been down for about 8 months or so, so it's not dry, but it's not green really either. It's kind of in between. So I'll take both of them, and it's pretty equal right here as far as how hard and the diameter and everything is. So it should be equal that way as far as which one to use. Let me check on the camera's angle to make sure I'm focusing right here. And I'll do some close-ups too to show how it ended up. So I'll take the Collins first, and got to get back far enough to be safe here. And I'll cut right in this area, and then over here I'll cut with the Kelly Flint Edge. And I'll just cut for a while until I get down, and I'll count the number of hits that I do. Okay, that's about 20, and got a good depth on that, so this did a good job. Now I move right here with the, oh, sorry, this is the Collins. If I said Flint Edge, this is the Collins, and this one will be the Flint Edge. This is the one that's a little bit thinner bevel than the other one. Okay, that was about 21. I made some missed hits on this one, which didn't help any. It did get down deeper than this one though. Let me show you the close-up. Yeah, the sun's kind of right here. It's hard to see, But this one here is deeper. That's with the thinner profile, which was expected. Let me put something green here. Maybe help do the focus to see. Not really. So I'll zoom in. There we go. But you can see the depth here. And then go over to this one. And the depth there is not quite as much. Really not a whole lot of difference. But a minor amount. And you notice one thing that happened was that I'll zoom back out here. With this axe here, I got stuck a few times in cutting, and that's typical of a thinner edge if you can get it caught. And that would be really important if you're splitting a piece of wood. You don't want it to wedge in, so a thicker bevel would be better for that. So these are so close that if you wanted an all-around axe, I would probably grab this one, just because it can split and cut pretty darn well. This one may get caught when you're splitting a piece of wood or something, but it's an excellent cutter. So these are two cruiser axes, 2.5 pound axes. Yellow jackets are out really heavy today, but both the same weight and pretty much the same length. This handle is just a hair longer on the Kelly Flint edge on this one here, but that really doesn't make any difference. You get a good purchase on this one too. So cruiser axes, smaller size, like a boy's axe length, but double bitted, and a really good axe to use. And like I said, you can change the bevel on these edges and make one more stout, thicker, and one more thin, which would be actually the ideal all-around axe end. Anyway, thank you, and it was fun being out here in the woods on Labor Day weekend with no people around. Is kind of unusual.